My name is Jack Sobel, often called Jackie. I'm a physician and general internist who specialized in infectious diseases. Went on to become Division Chief of Infectious Diseases, followed by Chair of Medicine, and have been in the Dean's office as Dean at Wayne State University School of Medicine for the last 4.5 years.
I've known Dean Sobel for approximately 20 years. And certainly he is the absolute epitome of both a clinician, a caring clinician, and also a researcher.
What I've known about him is his distinguished record, being an exemplary researcher, published more than 350 publications.
We both served as division chiefs for a long time. He's always been the person I go to for advice about complicated issues in management and leadership and mentorship.
I grew up in South Africa, went straight from high school to medical school. There were only 2 medical schools in the entire country, very competitive to get in. I finished in 6 years. Only 25% of the class finished in 6 years. I arrived in the United States in 1976 to further subspecialize in infectious diseases, and I began my research career in infectious diseases at the National Institute of Health in Bethesda, Maryland, as part of my infectious disease training. I moved to Detroit in July 1985, became the Division Chief of Infectious Diseases at the Wayne State School of Medicine at the Detroit Medical Center. I served as the Division Chief for 29 wonderful, relatively painless years.
In 2014, Dr. Sobel became Dean of the Wayne State School of Medicine.
The kinds of things that he's facilitating are not only research and patient care, but he's an outstanding administrator, leading the School of Medicine out of a very troubled portion of time and now into a new renaissance of things to come.
I entered the Dean's office with the medical school in a crisis. Lots of bankruptcy, reduced state funding, reduced dollars available to invest in research and education. Managing to steer a successful course was extremely challenging.
Dr. Sobel has done a lot for the School of Medicine. The school went through an LCME accreditation, which was successful because he supported a substantial educational reform.
I have subspecialized in mycology. My interest has been in fungal infections, and that merged with an interest in genitourinary tract infections. This included urinary tract infections, and more recently, I've focused and concentrated on refractory, resistant, and recurrent vaginal infections in women. This is an unusual area of specialization, and we have the clinic at Wayne State, which attracts women from all over the world.
He led the National Mycoses Study Group for the nation, and here they have come up with really new plans and trials and treatments for mycoses, the fungal diseases, particularly sexually transmitted types of diseases.
In addition to that, Dr. Sobel has a way with people. He had led the philanthropic efforts for the School of Medicine. A lot of it is due to Dr. Sobel talking to individuals and very passionately about his vision about the School of Medicine, which is to make this community better and healthier.
He is the classic triple threat, as they call it in academia, and he's the quadruple threat because he's also he leads the medical school. He's a role model for all the physicians, all other healthcare workers, somebody to look up to.
Hi, Aaron, Dr. Sobel speaking. With regard to my accomplishments, I have a family of 3 children, and I've been married for 53 years. That's my greatest accomplishment. And I have 5 wonderful granddaughters as grandchildren.
Despite the arduousness, all of the issues and the problems, I believe he loves his job. So I think he's going to do just what he does and continue on setting the pace, setting the standard.
I look forward to continuing to working with Dean Sobel, and I know the challenges and the opportunities for the School of Medicine are never ending, and I know under his leadership we will be successful.
Future generations of physicians will benefit tremendously from working with him, and I would be delighted to continue to work with him for as long as possible.
There's no other profession that can meet your scientific, your clinical, your emotional needs and give you a greater opportunity for fulfillment than a career in medicine today. It doesn't matter that there's a threat with new technologies and artificial intelligence that could end up displacing clinicians, creating unemployment potentially and so on. I believe that in spite of all these difficulties, I would encourage any young individual who seeks to pursue a career in medicine to pursue their dreams, because the dreams are no different from what they've been for many decades, but perhaps even more fulfilling. And with just so much more we can do to help people today than in past decades and centuries.